Thanks for joining us. We are following a developing story out of Fitchburg where police are investigating that city's first homicide of the year.
Officers say they do not believe it was a random act, but other information from the department has been sparse so far. News 3 now has confirmed through a family member the victim is 17-year-old Shay Watson. He was a Verona High School student.
Our Rose Schmidt has been at the scene of the homicide all day, and she joins us now with the very latest information. Rose?
Yes, there is still crime scene tape around this home on Lyman Lane, and officers on scene here 21 hours after someone called 911 and reported finding Watson. But at a news conference, police would not confirm to us the victim's identity or tell us the reason he was killed. We do know that they have not made any arrests at this time. Fitchburg police were first called to this neighborhood just after 9 o'clock last night and say they expect to be here into this evening. The police chief says investigators are combing through every lead, but would not tell me whether they have any suspects. They're looking into providing extra patrols to the Tower Hill neighborhood, but want people to know this was not a random act, and they don't believe there's any immediate danger to the public. Police are also asking neighbors to provide surveillance video if they have any.
If anyone has information, we believe that they do, we strongly encourage them to contact us so that we can continue this investigation and ideally hold those responsible accountable for this case.
The Verona High School principal sent a letter home to families today sharing the news of the death of one of their students so that families could monitor their students' emotional well-being in the event that they knew the student. The principal also says counselors are available to provide any support that is needed. Police tell us that an extensive autopsy has finished, but they couldn't tell us when they will be providing details about that autopsy. And again, we want to stress that police say there is no immediate danger to the public, but they won't tell us why they believe that, and they're also not sharing with us any information that they might have about who they think the killer might be. Back to you.
All right, Rose, thanks. Well, a family member confirmed Watson's identity. Understandably, they're not ready to speak tonight.
But we are learning more about who Watson was. Madeline O'Neill is here with what we know.
Charlotte and Eric, we know Shay Watson was a Verona High School student but had gone to West High School before that. He played football there and at Verona High School, although he wasn't listed on this year's roster. He was spoken about at a Madison Metropolitan School District back-to-school event for teachers today. Despite transferring to Verona, one MMSD staff member is still referring to him as one of theirs, whose death has a large impact on students and teachers alike.
This is real, y'all. We have kids right now that will not be in school until next week. They're hurting. They're on social media. People are numb. So, like, I needed to speak his name, Shay Watson, because we have kids that are impacted by stuff every day.
Verona High School is letting families know that a student died last night, but haven't confirmed it was Watson. The Dane County medical examiner, again, has not officially identified the victim, but police said the autopsy was completed this morning. Now we're working to learn more about Watson's life. We'll have more on that at 10 tonight.
Maddie, thank you.
You're welcome.
And as we mentioned, this is still a developing story. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now as we learn more about the victim and hear more from police. We will have an update tonight on News 3 Now at 10, and as always, at channel3000.com.